Ooh, welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since the last video. Quite a few things have happened since then. Most notably, this happened one day, and I thought, that's nothing really. And then the next day, yeah. So I've been feeling shit for about 4 or 5 days. So I suppose we need to question the efficacy of those. Then we decided to do this. Now the instructions say give it a rough sanding to provide a mechanical key for the new epoxy floor covering. So we have, and we filled some L's, or the cracks, with CT1. I say we, I mean Charlotte. I think tomorrow we'll assess it again in the daylight before we put the first coat on. It's always going to be a question of whether or not we have sanded it back enough. We have sanded it to scratch it to provide a physical mechanical key. And now we've just washed it over. It's still a bit damp there, where we've just washed it off. But we'll see. It's one of those. There is a story about us painting floors. We had this done in here. I paid someone to come in. It cost thousands. This little lot costs about 130 quid just for the 2 coats of resin to go on today and tomorrow. But we did upstairs. We did all that up there, and I bought some floor paint. It's, oh crikey, I know, even when I think about it now. It was guy pulled up in a van, said, we just done the factory down the road, we got some spare floor paint, do you want it? And it's in a big, something like 50 litre tub of paint, grey paint. Oh, like a twat, I fucking bought it. Anyway, we painted the whole floor upstairs in that, and then fucked off to America because I had a lecture tour. So I had a 2-week lecture tour. Came back from America, still fucking wet. It hadn't gone off. So we spent probably about 3 or 4 days scraping it up and then trying to clean it up. So that's why. Oh yeah. So anyway, we'll see what this is like. I'm not going to walk on the bit that we've prepped up. We'll see. It can't be any worse than it has become over the last few years. So we filled the majority of the gaping holes. This is CT1 we filled this with. You can paint over it, apparently it's fine. I did a little test piece on here and it goes rubbery. My concern obviously is if you put something that goes solid over something that is rubbery, the solid might crack and break away. Too late now, it's there. And it is really just to tart this up. So we'll see what it's like. We got to mix it and then get it out of the pot and down here. It's in the pot, it's okay for 20 minutes. On the floor, you've got 40 minutes before it cures. So I think we should do this. This is 2.9 meters by 2.8 meters, which works out about what, 8.2, 8.3 meters, square meters, something like that. Yeah, something just under 9. The 2.5 litre pot of that is good for 8 to 10 square meters, so we should be all right. Got to admit, my heart is beating a little bit faster though. So that was preparing the floor. This was the first coat of resin coat. It's a lot lighter than I was expecting. Begs the question, what sort of grey have we got down? I thought it was light grey. Right, well that's the first coat on anyway, and yeah, That was interesting. It doesn't smell, which is a good thing, but I don't know whether it's going to look out of place or it's light grey. And then the second coat, a resin coat, and this is how it looks now. You will notice, you can't bloody miss it, it is a lot brighter than the existing grey. I did want it a bit brighter. I'm not sure I wanted it quite as bright because it shows every single tiny little mark and dog hair. But the reason I wanted it brighter, A, is so when we fire the projectors up when running it as a venue, we get an awful lot more effect from the projectors. And B, I do like the idea of it being much more cleanable. It took, you put one coat on, wait 24 hours, put another coat on. And then it took over a week for it to get to the stage where it's actually brittle and you can break it. Right up until then I could still bend it, which meant it was still curing, but now it's rock solid, which is just as well. Where are we at with the brewery? Oh god. Right, as some of you will know, the plan such that it is with from now, because we're a million miles away from having this as a venue with the brewery built outside. So until the brewery gets built outside, this still, by the way, is not anything to this. It's an objet d'art. It's a bit of something nice looking to go behind the bar. So the big focus is going to be on canning. So using this and using this. I'll do a video about both of these at another point. This was the canning machine. If anyone's watched my previous video, Can I Can It? This is the canning machine I've been using for quite some time. It came from Dan and Martha at the brewery of St Mars of the Desert. If you don't know who that is, Google it. But I will only do things as I can afford to do them. I won't borrow. I haven't crowdfunded. I haven't. I had a go at Patreon. I think the link's still down there if you want to have a go at Patreon, but never knew what to give people. I don't like the idea of offering alcohol in exchange for support. And I could do. There's nothing legally, I think, preventing that, although it might be in some of the Patreon terms and conditions or whatever. But upscaling the brewery involves, I'm going for 1 barrel. That kit over there is sort of like development kit, half barrel kit, if you like, 50 litre type stuff, so not even half barrel. This is a 150 litre fermenter. I have just bought another one of these. I'm waiting for it to arrive. So the whole brewery revolves around this and its new compatriot, and then around the bright tanks, the 2 bright tanks. I will be taking straight off the bright tanks into the canning, boom, and consequently all of that is dependent upon having this Glycol chiller. Now I went up to buy these bright tanks about 4 weeks ago, might be a bit longer, so I put them on. I put everything up here, haven't touched them since because I've been doing things like the floor and having COVID and stuff. So yesterday I decided I would fill this full of a diluted Glycol system, plug it in. Plugging it in was interesting because it gives this little glow on the power light, which I've not really experienced before. I was wondering whether it's actually correctly wired in, who knows. But then you turn it on and this is basically an STC an STC 1000, and so it will go for a little self-test, and then so this is giving us the temperature that it's currently at. So I checked all the settings on the STC 1000, they were okay, and then just waited overnight for it to cool down, and it didn't. It was the same temperature in the morning. So checked all the normal things, checked all the pipe work. The way these work is there's a compressor here which gets hot, and then the compressor pumps a coolant, which isn't the glycol. The glycol sits in this tank here, and the pumps then pull glycol up, circulates it around, and then back into here where it cools it down again. So the heat exchanger, the fan and the heat exchanger work. I'm guessing the pump is in the compressor. Interestingly, there was this sticker on the side, so I don't know whether that means it's had a new compressor. This is, you're going to have to be gentle with this because you're not supposed to move them around very much when they're on. So just gently spin it around a little. So this is the compressor here, and then at the back is where the coolant, which is probably something like propane, goes through the heat exchanger. So this gets hot. The settings on there are correct. The wiring looks okay, otherwise I'm guessing this just wouldn't turn on. If I set the STC below the temperature that it's at, it just turns everything off, which is what it should do. So I don't know. I just don't know. Now, I mean, the people I bought this from, well, these from, I mean, they seem really nice. So I sent them a message yesterday saying, when was the last time you fired this up? Because it's not working now. I haven't got a response. I just don't know what to do. It's 700 quid. And that's 700 quid that I kind of borrowed from building the brewery fund to do that. So I'm still on a little bit of a downer, having had COVID, which got in the way of a few things, and then there was another event that happened here which can wait. I mean, I'll do a video about that at another time. That can wait, but this is what's really I don't know. This is what's really on my mind at the moment. And I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to demand my money back, or I should really have plugged it in and tested it as soon as I got it back. But you got to let them stand for a good 24 hours after moving them, and I had everything lined up and just had other things to do. So it was a case of wait until I really needed to plug it in and test it, which was yesterday. Answers on a postcard, please, or answers below. I do like SS Brewtech kit, and the couple I bought it from, the brewery and tap room, said they bought this 2019, this and this, to work together. So if it is the compressor, I mean, it shouldn't really have gone in less than 4 years, should it? Oh, I'd hope not. I mean, a coolant, we say coolant, there's two different types of coolant. There's a coolant that's pipes around. I mean, that's possible, I suppose. That's quite possible. But I don't know how to have it recharged. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a state at the moment, because this is kind of like the linchpin. The glycol is the linchpin. And I'd hoped this week I got these breeze blocks in. I've got some scaffy balls over there. I was going to do a mock-up of the trolley that we're going to use for the 1-barrel kit. So, the copper, the HLT, and the mash tun. I was going to do just a mock-up and then just try and get at least one brew on the 1-barrel kit into there, and then controlled, obviously, by that. What a fucker. So anyway, sorry it's not a more upbeat video. That is it. Suggestions please, because I'm getting desperate now. And as usual, whatever you're doing, you take care now. Cheers.